Hi, everybody. Dorothy here. We're going to talk about the new moon in the sign of Capricorn. That is on January 11th. It's at 20 degrees of Capricorn. So that means you get a little mix and a little play in there with Mercury going on. We also have it connecting to a few other things. So I'm going to talk about what connects with this new moon in Capricorn and how we should use it and some of the best ways to use it. So here we are. Here's the chart. I'm sharing my screen with you. Hopefully you can see it now. This is what the new moon in Capricorn looks like for my latitude and longitude, just below the horizon. That means it's just before 7 a.m. here on the East Coast of the United States. Go ahead and adjust for your own time zone. So when we have a new moon in Capricorn, it's important. It's not drama. There is no drama in this new moon. Yay. It's logical. It's practical. It's grounded. It's down to earth. The last time we had a new moon in Capricorn, hold on, was December 2022. Okay. So that just means 13 months ago. We do have 13-month lunar cycles, right? What we have here is an opportunity, excuse me, for you, for me, for us to feel, this practical groundedness and to set goals and intentions and have insight that are just practical and logical and stable. Aren't we tired of so much drama? I know I am. Excuse me. I know I am. It's just there's too much. So when we have a new moon in Capricorn like we do here, it's hanging out near Pluto. You can see that, and they're really, really close. But the point is like this is, and I got a frog in my throat. This is a time for us to stop, to pause, and to really spend some time in contemplation over the it's about 3 days that we have the new moon phase, right? And so to assess your goals, your focus on your career, is it going in the right direction? If not, what do you need to further your information, your knowledge, your drive, your ambition? What is it that you want to embrace when it comes to your career, your reputation, what you're known for? We always think of Capricorn as those things, our career, reputation, being practical and logical and disciplined. But it's how you feel about yourself inside too. Capricorn can sometimes be very insecure if we don't feel we've done enough. In a sense, in a lot of ways, that's where imposter syndrome can come from. Capricorn is logical and practical, but again, if it doesn't feel like the energy of it, if it doesn't feel like it's done enough, then we feel insecure. So I want you to look at this new moon phase, and it starts on January 11th. I'm going to grab my notes here. And January 11th, 6:57 a.m. Eastern Time through January 14th at 1:20 p.m. Eastern Time. This is the new moon lunar phase for this month. Okay, it moves out of Capricorn quite quickly. However, we're still in that new moon phase. So in that time frame is when I want you to sit down. I want you to process and to think about what it is you've been working towards, what you want to continue to work towards, and what are good long-term goals. Since this is the first new moon of the year, of the calendar year, this is also when I recommend that we hold off doing our vision boards and things like that until we get to this point. Okay, until we get to right here where we have a new moon, because we don't want to be doing this on January 1st when Mercury's stationary, and I'm trying to record this on January 1st. We don't want to do that because there are just too many delays. So let's wait until this new moon on January 11th to sit down. So you have the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, and half of the 14th, okay? Yeah, it's moving at a normal pace, so it's about, usually it's 2.5 to 3.5 days that the moon is in a phase. Again, that varies a little bit from phase to phase and sign to sign. You can see the moon is out of bounds, so it doesn't always move quickly when it's out of bounds. So anyways, back to this, and I want you to hone in on that for yourself. What is it that you want to work on? What goals do you want to set? Now, if the goal setting is just too much for you, because sometimes it is, people are just like, ugh, whatever. You can still sit down and just journal out, what you're feeling and what it feels like around you and the mood around you, because that's really important to pay attention to as well. Because when I do these lunar phases, especially if you're on my membership group in Patreon, I go through the lunar phases, and each week is a whole new phase, and we talk about it, and it can go back as far as 3 years. So look at every new moon as an opportunity to, at the very least, journal about how you're feeling and what is, what's your current mood or the mood of your family, your situation, etc. But with this new moon in Capricorn, you also have that opportunity to set goals based off of all those things I've already covered in our career, our reputation, feeling stable, feeling, being driven and persistent. Now, there's a few aspects going on here as well at the same time with this new moon that we can add a little extra energy to. And remember, this is a reading for everybody, everybody. This is not based off of where your signs are, where your planets are. This is energy we all get to work with. However, we're all going to filter this through our own charts, through our own life experiences. So it will be a little bit different for everybody. But just know all of us in our own way are looking at and are being inspired to look at how we address our own reputation, career, stability, persistence, consistency, goal setting. We each are going to be doing that in our own way. There will be something that will challenge us or bring that to our attention so we can address it. Because what we think about, we attract. Remember, we can see here that this is what the new moon looks like when we're using the aspectarian over here. Okay, that's what a conjunction looks like. So first off, this new moon makes a trine aspect over to Uranus and Taurus. That's an earthy trine. So that means we have an opportunity here to be inspired. The next thing it does is makes a sextile to Neptune. That's an applying aspect. It's not the number here of the new moon is less than the number of Neptune. That means it's an applying aspect, and that's feminine energy. So that means make sure you find some time to receive. Feminine, not gender-wise, but feminine, receptive. Earth is a receptive sign. It's called yin, and so is water. And that's a sextile. So be open to receiving information over the next few days, but especially do the best you can on Thursday morning. Or you can wait till Thursday evening if that's easier, whatever your work schedule is, right? And then we also have, I'm going to get to the lunar nodes in a minute, but then we also have Mars making a sextile with Saturn. Mars in Capricorn is in exaltation, very driven. Sextile to Saturn, that means they're both. There's an earth sign, water sign. Mars loves being in Capricorn. It's very, very driven. And the sextile to Saturn, Saturn rules Capricorn, both being feminine, is receptive. It's another receptivity type of aspect, meaning that we have this opportunity here to easily, this is an easy aspect between the two malefic planets, gives us an opportunity to easily make and take steps forward that are harmonious and action-oriented, action structure-oriented, and even setting goals for like effort towards discipline, right? Discipline. Like, can I get to the gym 3 times a week? Can I do whatever? Fill in the blank of whatever is going on in your own life. Let's see if you can do that. The sextile between the two is super helpful in that way. All right. Now we also have here, where's the sextile? Yeah, the trine. There's a trine aspect as well to Jupiter, and the Sun and Saturn and Jupiter are sextile. It makes this little diamond shaped thing over here. So when Mars and Jupiter are in a harmonious aspect like this is very big and quite a benefit. This allows us to expand our goal setting, to expand our drive, just to feel incredibly accomplished working towards that. So this aspect is not exact yet. It will take another few hours. Let me see when it's exact. Let me go ahead and open up my ephemeris to January 11th. So it's an applying aspect. So when does Mars? Mars on the 12th, Mars early in the morning on the East Coast, Mars makes the exact aspect to Jupiter by trine. I have this set up as an opportunity period for launching things, just a good day to initiate something, which is again the 12th, or in the morning on the 12th of January, because the moon is new and now it's growing. And we have Mars making a really incredible earthy trine to Jupiter, meaning that the goals and the intentions that I'm setting right now, I'll be able to grow and like build off of whatever those goals are. So this is a fantastic aspect. And then was there anything else? There's that, that, and that. That's it right there. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about, and I did forget to write about this in my blog. The written blog post is already up, and I just forgot to write about it. So it's here. So you can go read the forecast on the blog post. Get on my newsletter, please. And I would send that to you. You would have it by the time you're seeing this. So, but that's okay. DorothyMorganAstrologer.com. You guys know that by now. This is squaring. It's at the halfway point between these lunar nodes. This is significant because the new moon, like I already said, we're initiating something new, and we're looking in our own lives for to be grounded, to feel stable. What steps do I need to take to prepare, to be ready, to build my future, to feel secure? And these lunar nodes, the transiting lunar nodes in Aries and Libra axis, axis is just is about, the dynamic of back and forth between what I need and what my partner needs. Now, if you're not in a partnership, it's important. We can still do this because we have lots of friends that we're really close with. So there's just this back and forth between the new moon and the North Node in Aries, which represents, again, being incredibly authentic and taking steps that you need to take for yourself. That's the Aries energy. And what we're leaving behind is just the self-sacrifice of that Libra can get if it's overloaded. And the way we get there is because is through this new moon right now, at least at this moment in time, in January here. We get there by addressing and taking time and journaling and just making sure you can see where you feel safe and secure, but also the choices you want to make to feel that way in regard to who you are. Are you being authentic? Are you doing the work you want to do? And even if you can't change your job right now because of your social circumstances, how can you feel better about it? Any of those things. If you want personal insight, I do personal readings. So website will have all that info if you need it. But with it making this new moon, making this connection at the halfway point between the transiting lunar nodes in the sky. Yeah, I use the mean nodes, not the true nodes. True nodes are off by a little bit, but they're still going to be within range of this new moon. It gives us an opportunity to take our own personal steps, but then we can even look at how we can help others as well. This is a good new moon, honestly. We're a few days away. We're like 10 days away from the sun and Pluto entering Aquarius. I do talk about that in my monthly forecast and my weekly forecast, if that's over on Patreon. It's my income, guys. I have to do that. I know some people just absolutely love that so much is free. There's some things, this is it. We got to do what we got to do. And so do you. And I hope that helps. And I would like you to, don't forget to, 80% of you watching this on YouTube have not subscribed. So I would love you just to click that button if you would. I'm going to leave us with that. Happy New Year. We're still in the freshness of 2024. And we got this. We got this. We can start the year. It's going to be quite tumultuous throughout the year. My yearly forecast is about that too. It's on my website. But we can start the year with this new moon in Capricorn in incredibly harmonious aspects with all kinds of other energies. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, north and south nodes. We got this. This just means Pluto's hanging out too, but we really have an opportunity here to anchor in something really solid. It's like throwing an anchor out, and we'll be able to pivot off of that all year. All right, I'll leave us with that. Blessings, everybody, and namaste.